been a minute since I've been on YouTube, and thankfully, I'll say my mindset has changed for the better. Who I was then is most definitely what I am now, or becoming. And that's part of the process. I've just been listening to people online. Some people had some sage advice, others had questionable information. That's part of that discernment. Especially with everything and how it's changing today, we have to really focus on our priorities. Learn how to be patient with the process, and it's going to hurt. In making the changes I've been making, I lost some people I thought that were close. But that's the one thing I want to talk about today. Your disgruntled fan base. When it comes to these individuals, they're comfortable in how you make them feel. If there are people who are average or below average, and you sit next to them like you're outside with the people that used to hang under the street light talking about bullshit, and then you take an individual like me that went overseas, time in the military, came back, traveled different places, lived different places, went through a lot of experiences, and I come back and have those same conversations. It's nothing the same. They look at you different, make them feel different. And you're supposed to, especially as a black man in this fucked up society. You have to evolve for the better. You don't have to be the stereotypical, nonsensical typecasting they put you into. They write those roles for you, but you have to write your own narrative. And hopefully it's for the better, not just for yourself, but your own. So, me doing these things, sometimes getting up is, being tired and making these sacrifices, long hours, sacrifices of needed sleep, dealing with all the things I deal with in the military, sleep apnea, tinnitus in the ear, bilateral knees and feet. I'm here in this fucking iron church every motherfucking time, setting myself to a schedule, documenting everything I'm eating, just about, even when the days I don't want to, even when I feel like a bag of shit. I'm here doing what I'm supposed to do. So this leads me to the whole thing about your disgruntled fan base. When they see you pushing the change, which you find suffocating or stressful, now they start questioning you. Like, how serious are you about it? Or it bothers them a little bit. It's supposed to. Because when they see the results happening to you and around you, now they got to question themselves. Some people will go the extra mile, start talking shit about you or to you, discouraging you from making these changes because how you make them feel. I'm telling you personally, motherfuck their feelings. Your disgruntled fan base can be individuals that you could be sleeping with right now, holding their hand. Hell, some of them motherfuckers birthed you. But the thing is, you're the author of your life. If you're about forward progression, if you look in the mirror and you see better, you know better, anywhere you go, and say, you know what, I got to be a lot more than what I am right now. You know it. That's telling you right there, you got to get the fuck up and start pushing. And a lot of people are looking for these excuses. Your disgruntled fan base, they're going to provide them. They want to see you fall. But the thing is, like, now that you have a sense of self, sense of understanding, they don't just want you to fall. They want to see you destroyed. Because now you can't go back to sleep again. You have to look at them and everything different. They know this. This is why they do the shit they do. This is why they go on internet forums and troll and start shit and flag and do everything. Because the changes they see, not only do they hate them, it'll expose the bitch that they embraced. And I say to the brothers, there's more to life than access to a piece of pussy. There's much more. I've lived and seen a few things. And this is a lot of stuff I'm going to go over time, because it's been a minute and I just get adjusted and shit. But for ladies, you know, a lot of things that you see now, choices and consequences. But I'll deal with that later. But back to the Disgruntled fan base. My thing is, whenever they challenge you, do you be your better self? Answer back with your actions. You ain't gotta go argue back and forth with them. That's too much energy. They're trying to siphon your energy off. And the last thing you need are these parasitic relationships, or relationships I call them, to where you feed them energy, time, resources that they didn't fucking deserve. You gotta invest in yourself. That's what scares the shit out of these people. But the thing is, there's a silver lining to them. It's good news. It lets them know that you're much better than you originally were. You just have to make it, you have to make it happen. Top Rope Zeus even said so himself. Live your dream and not your reality. And when I got that shirt from his years ago, it stuck to me, but the thing rings true nowadays more here than ever. So part of this process, there's a few steps you need to deal with these disgruntled motherfuckers. Number one, keep pushing. Your actions and words work in concert. All they can do is give you free publicity. They'll work 110%, hell, even 120. Sit there and spread slander, lies, anything to discourage you from going forward. But understand that's part of the process. You got to be mentally fit, not physically fit, just that. Spiritually. You got to be all-encompassing. There's going to be days where you're going to be your worst critic. And that's the number one disgruntled fan you have, the motherfucker you look at in the mirror. And every day you got to wage war against that motherfucker and win. Now, I'm not saying get rid of them motherfuckers, because they're going to flake off on their own. But you got to learn how to be your biggest fan. Stop dealing with substandard shit. People, practices, habits, everything. I'm not just talking the shit, I'm doing the shit. And there's somebody dealing with PTSD. And all the shit that all the excuses you could have to quit on yourself. And I'm not saying it's not a never-ending fight, because it is. But it's a fight I'm definitely going to win. And I'm encouraging everybody else, the main people I fuck with, or in a situation or worse that I'm in, stand the fuck up and show the fuck out. I can't say it any cleaner, because this life is very challenging, it's very stressful. It is not politically correct. So, if you're hearing the sound of my voice, especially if you are melanated and getting tired of being creatively constipated, let today be your birthday. Or when you're ready to stand up, get this shit happening, you gotta do it. After 21 days, a habit takes in. You take it in. Especially when you start seeing the results, now you really have to keep pushing. And I'm looking forward to this shit. So now I think I built up another sweat. I gotta get in this gym, knock this shit out, get back to the house and go fucking to work. But this ain't the end. It's the fucking beginning. So to the disgruntled fan base, fuck yourself with a serrated lawnmower blade. That's a shout out to Rona. From Rona to you bitches. But to the people who are looking to improve, which I know you can, kick ass and take names. Change your environment. Get you a circle of influence that's going to push you forward. I can name quite a few people, but I'll do that another time. But to the Disgruntled fan base, let them do what they do. Let your punk ass paparazzi do their job. It's your job to get them something to write and bitch about. I'm out.